And we're ready to go, Milla. Take it away.
Great. All right, awesome. Uh, I'm gonna fix my screen too. Okay, great. So, welcome you guys to another week of Yin Yoga with me. So happy to see all of you. And it was a lovely session last week. I really thoroughly enjoyed it myself, and I felt like the energy was really good. It was super calming, and after the practice that night, I felt really like just light. I don't know if that resonates with any one of you. So I did some more, reading up on, what's good for our group with the type of activities that we do, day to day with CrossFit training and with, what's going on, like kind of taking in consideration of the whole situation, trying to continue to sort of tweak the sequence a little bit, make it a little bit different. So today we'll do something very similar to last week. I'll add some more, a little bit more twisting movement to it, just so that we can have more stretch along the pecs. If you've been doing a lot of push-ups or burpees this week, that's going to help. And then with the twist with the spine, you're going to feel more sort of, you may hear some cracks here and there, but you're going to feel some more opening. So hopefully you didn't have a big meal, because when we do a lot of twisting, if you have full stomach, it's not going to feel very comfortable. So hopefully your dinner was light, or you haven't had dinner yet. So let's start with a very comfortable child's pose. So with your knees apart, hip distance wide or shoulder distance, adjust it however you want. The wider it is, the deeper the stretch. So just go ahead and go into your own comfortable child's pose. Toes together, and then just sit back towards the heels, and then take your time and just stretch out your spine. And you can either have your hands underneath your forehead, or arms in front, or hands back, palms facing up. Then we'll just take a moment here in your child's pose to sort of begin our practice tonight. Kind of use the child's pose as a good way to sort of do a body scan of how you feel tonight, in terms of where is tight, where feels, where you feel like you need some more work, where you feel like it's better than last week. Just have a bit of a scan from the fingertips to your shoulders, and then towards your sternum, and then with the hips driving down towards the heels. You're gonna feel, your hips are gonna tell you how they feel tonight, and you may have, tighter quads. And then just after that quick scan, and just kind of acknowledge that, understanding that every day our body is different. It feels different every day. And then in the child's pose, just start to breathe a little bit slower, preparing your body and your mind for the practice tonight. Being more aware of the breath, just listening to your own breath, and just being more aware of every little small movement that your body is making. We'll stay in the child's pose for about 10 more deep breaths. Try to relax the shoulders. No effort on the hands to pull or push, so that your neck is soft and super relaxed. And then just think about your hips dropping down towards the floor. on the child's pose. And then we're going to go into the toe stretch. So tuck your toes under. If you have tender knees, you can place a towel under your knees if you want. For your knees distance, it could be that distance wide, you know, a little bit kind of going outward to spine. You just want to be able to feel the stretch on your toes. And then with your hands position, you can choose to just place them on your thighs, or if you want a little bit more chest opening, you can go ahead and grab onto your elbows behind you. And then again, it's very relaxed stretch, so don't try to pull anything at the moment. And then just every time you breathe in, as your chest and the ribcage expand, you should be able to feel where you feel tight. And then as you exhale, slowly relaxing the ribcage down and shoulders down. Sit towards the heels a bit more. So you're using your body weight to press down and stretch your toes. Now these are areas that we never get to stretch during our day-to-day life. So they tend to be a little bit tighter is normal. And more deep breath. And exhaling, releasing your arm and relaxing your toes a little bit. You can walk it out and just kind of extend your back to stretch out your legs and your toes. Make it a little bit fluid, make yourself comfortable. And you should feel kind of like a rush of blood going through your legs. And then we're going to come onto all fours, just palms and knees. And again, we're going to start to mobilize your spine and move your spine a little bit. So starting with the tailbone, slowly tilt your pelvis forward and stretch the belly, shoulders moving back and stretch your neck. Look up. And then exhaling, following your breath, and just drawing the belly in, pushing the spine up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and do about 5 to 7 of these at your own pace. You know, you can make it as intense or as gentle as you want with these stretches. Thinking about the spine and moving it sort of as slowly as you can, one vertebra at a time. And then exhaling, following the breath. About 2 more of these. Great, and then coming back to the center. Thread your left arm through, just drop the shoulder to the floor. Your neck is relaxed, and then just slowly come into a gentle twist. Eyes can be looking up towards the ceiling or looking to the side. With your right hand supporting on the floor. And then coming back to the center. Just pull back into child's pose and just kind of neutralize your spine first. And then we're going to come back up and do the other side with a twist. So right arm flicks through, the shoulder on the floor, head on the floor.
Oh. Sorry, you just grabbed my chest.
And exhaling, coming back. And coming back down to rest in child's pose. Hands position is up to you. Make yourself comfortable. Again, wiggle out a little bit and just kind of sink your body in between your legs. Great, and slowly come up. I'm just going to lie on your belly now.
Your belly's.
With your legs about a little bit wider than the hips distance, but still within your mat space. Keep your hands underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and slowly come up about halfway. Now this is like our first back bend of tonight, so just kind of go easy and just kind of test it out, see what feels comfortable. Move your hips side to side. At the same time, your pelvis comes forward. And then when you're comfortable, you can straighten your arms a little bit more, stretch front of the chest forward a bit more. Pelvis forward towards the mat.
She keeps walking around.
And exhale and release, coming down. Turn your head to the right side. Relax your arms. Relax the heels out. Great. Coming back to the center. We'll do this one more time. So palms under the shoulders. Take your time. Roll the shoulders back. And slowly come up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Continue to draw the front of your chest forward. And then you'll feel the stretch in your abdomen. And then you're going to turn towards the left, straighten your arms a little bit, and gaze towards your left heel. Again, if you can, then you look past your left heel to find your right heel. Back to the center, exhale down. Take a short break. We're going to come up again one more time, last time. And this time, you're going to turn your gaze towards your right with your arms straight. Look for your right heel first, and then continue to turn if you can, and search for the left heel. And exhale down. Slowly come down, lying flat, relax your hands, and then turn your head to the left. And coming to child's pose, just counter stretch for your back. So just come back to your child's pose. And sink your hips down, draw the tailbone down towards the heel. You should feel a really nice sensation of like a back opening. Stay there for a moment. And slowly come up to sitting. So I'm going to walk you through a chest opening stretch. It's a little bit complicated to speak without you guys looking at me, so I'd rather you kind of check it out first and then we go into it together. So we're going to start with your right arm on the floor. So you want to keep your elbow above your shoulder when it's on the mat. So you're going to turn towards the side with your right hand on the floor, like so. So that your right shoulder is on the mat. With your legs, I want you to bend both of them and just kind of lie on your side like that. And then this left hand here, you're gonna reach back and open.
You watching?
And you should feel this whole part stretching. So go ahead and place your right arm on the mat and you're gonna turn towards your left. That's right. Good job. And then the knees are bent about 90 degrees. Yep. And then your arms, as you reach back, you turn your palm and just kind of like have them kind of like that. So you're in this position. And then I'd see if you can relax your head a little bit on the mat, as your arms should be way past your head already, so you should have space for your head to be resting on the mat. Great. If you're doing it right, you should feel the stretch along your pecs and then the front of your bicep maybe also if you're tight, yeah? If you have shoulder injury, you want to maybe readjust the angle of your elbow. If you keep your elbow closer towards your rib cage, is less of a stretch for the shoulder. So this stretch is a little bit more spicy, I would say, but it's very good. You're gonna feel it after you come out. So we're gonna stay in here for about 10 more deep breaths.
What?
This is like a zit. He's gonna pop it.
And slowly come out of this one. Place your left hand back on the mat and just come back to center. And you're gonna swap side. So you're gonna bend the knees again. Turn the other way. This time with your left palm on the floor, left hand, left arm in an angle. Right hand reaches back. Or if this is too much for you, you can have your right hand on the floor to give you some leverage to balance and push if you want.
Right? This one bent. Right there.
Yeah, now you're gonna go up, Dad.
This one, right?
So face your dad. And your right hand goes behind your belt.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Daddy.
Join us after this one, okay? We're just finishing up one side.
He's late for everything, the guy.
Yeah. We really told her that you're a ring.
Are you guys making fart jokes again, Andrea? Because I can hear something happening. Okay, about 3 more deep breaths on this side. So if you have any imbalance in your body, you may feel like one arm is tighter than the other. Super normal, especially if you're right-handed or left-handed. You know, more than likely your shoulder is going to be tighter on one side. So slowly come out of this one. And then when you're ready, go into child's pose to stretch everything out. With this child's pose, I recommend having your arms kind of just relax on the floor with your palms facing up. And reaching your arms forward. We're going to go into our first downward dog of the evening. Just take tuck your toes under and stretch your hips up. Again, it's more intended for stretching your arms and the side of the body more so than your hamstrings. So keep your knees bent as much as you need to keep your hamstrings relaxed, and just cycle the heels, wiggle it out a little bit. And then you're going to walk your hands back to meet your toes. From here, buttocks fit pointing up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Bend the knees and drop the belly to touch the thigh. And then just take your time here again, grabbing onto the elbows and just drape. Eyes looking through the space in between your legs. And if you have very tight neck, you can even interlace the fingers and place it behind the head and just kind of tuck your chin in and pull, kind of like curling up into a ball. And then slowly release your arms down. And then from here, you're just going to slowly come down to sit onto the mat. Okay, so with your legs fairly relaxed, we're going to go into single leg forward bend. We did the same pose last week. So we'll do the right side first. Your right leg forward, your left foot comes in, and the angle of your legs, you can adjust it as wide as you need if you are more open in the hip, or it can be just a little bit off to the side. And then as you come forward, I want you to just kind of use your body weight to drape forward and not to use any force. Kind of spread your cheeks a little bit so your pelvis is more turning forward. And then as you come forward, you can find any space in between this angle here. Okay, if you want to stretch more of the inner thigh, you can go with just straight forward. If you want to stretch more along the side of the body here, you can try to turn the body more and come forward towards your shin of your leg. And then with your neck, it's just relaxed and hands just kind of supporting yourself. Your right knee is soft. Yep, staying here. About 10 more deep breaths in here. And slowly come out of this pose. Take your time, walk back, And you're just going to bring this left leg forward as well. And you're just going to sit in this position for a brief moment with your legs relaxed, your knees are bent. And just kind of sit in here. As you sit here, you should feel the difference between the two sides a little bit. You should feel your right leg. It may even feel like it's longer sometimes. Take a moment for your body to reset before we go on to the other side. And when you're ready, we're going to do the same pose on the left side. So left leg forward, right foot in. And use your fingers to, spread the cheeks a little bit. That always helps me as I want to do any kind of forward bend. And then when you're ready with your toes super relaxed, find the angle that you want to work on tonight. Anywhere between the right knee to your left knee, even further and beyond. And then just go ahead and then come forward, dragging forward. You want to find that sort of sweet spot where you feel like, okay, I'm stretching here. And I can feel the stretch, but I'm comfortable to stay here for a minute or two without sweating or cursing in my mind. I want to find that sweet spot. And then soften the knee so that you're not hyperextending it. And then throughout this 2 minutes that we're going to stay on this side, feel free to deepen the stretch as well. And if you feel like, oh, okay, I feel like I can, change up the angle a little bit now. I want to work on, my lower back a little bit more. Then yeah, go ahead and do that. 10 more deep breaths on this side. And slowly come out of the pose, slowly come up. And then extend the right leg forward and just kind of shake it off and relax and sit here for a moment. Great. Next one, you're going to use the side of the mat. So we're going to turn sideways. And you're going to open up the legs. If you tend to roll back and you feel like there's no way you can come forward, you can prop up with a block and sitting on a block or a towel. That always helps to initiate the tilting of the pelvis. As soon as you're able to tilt that pelvis, then you're able to come forward. Take your time. And then as for the angle of your leg here, it's totally depends on your skeletal build. So don't worry about, stretching all the way out. Whatever feels comfortable here at this groin area for you. And that you're able to keep your toes relaxed without your knees shaking. Okay, so bend your knees if you have tight hamstrings a little bit, and then you're gonna try to just come forward. And then adjust your hips if you need to throughout the stretch. Take your time to drop the chest down. You feel this on the inner thigh quite a bit, and then a little bit towards the very beginning of your hamstrings where it attaches to your tailbone. Shoulders relaxed. And we'll stay in this one for about 2 minutes, so not too long. It's definitely going to be bearable. Just work on the breath, listening to the breath. Let's have more deep breaths here. And you're going to slowly come up. And then you can close your legs and you can lie down on your mat. And you're going to hug your knees towards yourself and just grab onto your wrists and just kind of do a bit of hip circles here. And pulling your knees towards yourself. And then for the next one, you're going to place your right heel towards your left thigh, near the top of the thigh. And you're going to create a little triangle with your leg. You're going to thread your right arm through the triangle. And you're going to find your left hand. You're going to place your fingers onto your left shin. And then with very minimal effort and just kind of using your arms' weight, you're going to pull the left knee towards your chest. And you're going to feel the stretch along the right side of your outer thigh. Neck is relaxed, shoulder is relaxed. Again, you can intensify the stretch if you pull harder, but if you're wanting just to have a chill, a little bit more comfortable stretch, then no effort is needed with your hands. Just kind of using the weight of your arms. And then you're going to release your hands out. And without releasing your legs, we're going to go straight into the next pose, which is kind of like a shoelace pose. So you're just going to grab onto your feet with both hands and then just kind of close your knees up. Close that triangle up. So now you have your knees stacking on top of each other with your hands on your feet. Now the angle of your feet is up to you. The further your legs away from you, the stronger the stretch. So if you want it to be a little bit more gentle, you keep the heels close towards your body. And then again, just using the weight of your arms to pull your legs towards you. You want it to stretch a little bit deeper, and you can kind of have your legs out a little bit more. At the same time, your knees are still on top of each other. George, make sure you're pulling your own leg, not the person next to you. Good. For this stretch, you should feel with your right leg on top of the left, you should feel your right glutes all the way down to the side. Great, and then you're going to release your hands and then uncross your legs and then just come down to like a Shavasana pose for a couple of deep breaths. Readjust your hips and make sure you're comfortable here and just soak in the aftermath of that stretch. Great, we're going to do the same thing with your left leg now. So you're going to bend your knees up towards you. And you're going to place your left heel or left ankle on top of your right thigh. To make a triangle, thread the left arm through the triangle and meet your right hand on your right shin. And then you're going to relax your legs and just use your hands to drop the weight down. Stay here for 10 more deep breaths. Then you're going to release your hands and then slide your left foot over so that your knees are stacking on top of each other. And then you're going to grab onto your feet. Find the angle that you prefer with your legs. And then you're going to relax your arms and your shoulders. And then just have your knees pulling towards your chest. And you're going to slowly release your hands and cross your legs. And then lie down in Shavasana for a few deep breaths. Great, the next one we're going to go into is single leg happy baby pose. We're going to start with your right leg first. You're going to bring your right knee up and you're going to find your foot and place your hands, interlace your fingers and place it onto your right foot. Have your knee go outside of the rib cage, pointing towards your armpit, down towards the floor. You have an option here. If you feel like your hamstrings are fairly open tonight, you can try to extend the legs a little bit straighter and just kind of find that sweet spot again that we talked about. It doesn't have to be super straight. It needs to be a little bit bent and working towards a straight leg. At the same time, you're not pulling with your hands, just kind of interlace the fingers. Or if you're happy with just staying in this one, this is also very good. It works more focused on the hips, less on the hamstring. And then you just keep your left leg and left hip on the floor as the anchor. And then with your eyes closed, we're just going to stay here for a minute and a half. A few more deep breaths in this one. And you're going to exhale, release your hands, release your legs, all the way down to Shavasana for a few breaths. And again, you should feel the difference on the side of your hips. The right side, you feel a little bit of tingly sensation and also feels a little bit lighter. You may feel an imbalance on the height of your hips with your pelvis. That's also normal. We're going to try to balance that out with this left side as well. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the left side, single leg happy baby pose. Same thing, interlacing the finger, and then just keeping your right leg and right hip on the floor. Find a comfortable angle of your knee, and then you're just going to use your shoulders to kind of drop and weight it down. You're welcome to try to extend it just to see how your hamstrings feel tonight. No pressure. And if it doesn't feel so good, go back to the single leg happy baby. Couple more deep breaths on the side. And you can go ahead and relax your leg down, relax your arms. You adjust your hips, rest here for a few deep breaths. Simple side twists before our last pose tonight. So you can bend both of your knees up and then bring your arms up to a T shape. Just drop your knees to the right side. And then have your left shoulder and your left palm on the floor. Turn your head towards your left and close your eyes for a moment. Good. Feel free to adjust the angle of where your knees are right now. You can play around with, having your knees closer towards you or further away from you. See if that shift the twist along the spine. And slowly bring it back to the center. Hug your knees towards your chest. Make a few hip circles. And go ahead and drop your legs to the other side now. Down towards the left. And then your head turning towards the right. your eyes closed. And slowly bring your legs back to the center. Again, make a few hip circles. And I'm going to get into the last pose of tonight's sequence. The Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclined butterfly. So with your feet together, open up your knees. You can play around with the angle of how far you want your legs to be away from you, depending on how your hips feel tonight. And then place any props you need underneath your thighs or your knees if you feel like, they're not very stable or they're a little bit like aching. And then with your hands position, options are either just next to your body with your palms facing up or reaching above the head, grabbing onto the elbows. That will add a bit more stretch along the side of the ribs and also your shoulders. And you want your neck to be neutral, just checking to make sure that you're not reaching up with your chin. And we're just going to keep our eyes closed here. This is the last pose of tonight's practice. So this essentially is going to sum up all the essence of the poses that we've done tonight. And kind of just circulate that good energy along the body. Slowly bring some awareness back to your body. Move your fingertips and your toes. And you can give yourself a big stretch on the mat. And you can slowly, with your hands, help you can close your knees up slowly. And then bringing your knees in towards yourself and give yourself a big hug. And you're going to roll to the side and slowly support yourself back up. Crossing your legs. Just bring your palms together. Have your thumbs touch your heart center. And just giving thanks to yourself, to everyone who joined the class tonight. Thank you always for your wonderful energy. And thank you for being with me for this 1 hour. And hope to see you guys next week. Namaste. How are you guys?
Feeling good.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
You
for
guys enjoyed it. Have a good night. Good
nice to
sleep.
have a couple of guys on there too.
Yeah. Yay.
I'm not the only one.
Wait, no. He said, oh, I've got kids duty.
Sorry for farting.
Was that intense or it was okay?
It was
was
good.
awesome.
It was
That's
a really.
awesome.
It's
I
a
liked
good
it.
one, isn't it? It's a good one. It's like,
Getting
ooh, you're like there, like, and then when you get out of it, though, it feels nice. Yeah, great. So I'm so glad you guys liked it. I'm so glad you guys continue to do this every week. It's really good. So thank you, Andrea. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mila. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Milla.
Thanks, Mira.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank
So see you guys next week.
Yep.
Wonderful.
All right, cool. Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.